Dr. Henry Cloud and the co-author as well, Dr. John Townsend. Okay. Now, this book, the boundaries. So we'll discuss about the first chapter. As the name suggests, it talks about all different kinds of boundaries and what is boundary. Let's discuss about it. Okay. Now, he explained that boundaries in our life are very, very important for our emotional and spiritual health. And the authors, they begin by telling the story of Sherry. Now, Sherry is a woman whose life has been increasingly chaotic and stressful due to her lack of boundaries. Sherry is constantly giving her time and energy and resources to others, often at the expense of her own needs, and she's afraid to say no, even when she is already feeling overwhelmed and exhausted. As a result, she is constantly feeling drained and resentful. The authors use Sherry's story to illustrate the four main boundaries or main types of boundaries. Okay, so they talk about four boundaries. One is physical boundary, second is emotional boundary, third is intellectual boundary, and fourth is spiritual boundary. Now let's discuss about it. So what is physical boundary? These are physical limits we set around our bodies and personal space. For example, we might say no to a hug from someone who we don't know well, or we might close our bedroom door when we want to be alone, um, or you know you just do not want to smile at someone when someone smiles at you. Okay, or you do not engage in a conversation with someone, with a stranger, because you don't want to engage in a stranger when somebody initiates a conversation from his or her end. So these are called physical boundaries. So that means you want to keep boundaries for yourself, and somebody tries to intrude in to your boundaries, so you are not happy about it. The next is emotional boundaries. What is emotional boundaries? These are the limits we set around our emotions. For example, we might refuse to else uh, let someone else's anger control our emotions. Okay, or we might set a limit on how much emotional support we are willing to give to someone else. Now these are emotion, that means these are touching your feelings. And sometimes we are also touched emotionally by someone saying something to us, or someone kind of someone's behavior is making us um, you know making our emotion disturbed. So it's very, very important that if we set ourselves, most of the time we do, or sometimes we do not, because physical, I think, we have more control on, but emotional, sometimes we have to be aware of setting our boundaries, because sometimes we are not sure that somebody else is intruding into our emotional boundary, or somebody else's actions or thoughts or behavior or speech patterns is impacting our boundaries. Okay. And the third thing is intellectual boundaries. So intellectual boundaries, these are the limits we set around our thoughts and beliefs. Okay. Now we might refuse to discuss certain topics with someone, or we might set a limit on how much time we spend listening to someone else's complaining. Okay. So that means, again, emotional boundaries and intellectual boundaries are kind of interlinked. But again, when it comes to mind, there are different areas. Okay. And so that is the reason why there are kind of a three different boundaries, or mental boundaries. One, the authors, they talk about emotional boundaries, and the second is intellectual boundaries, and the third is spiritual boundaries. Okay, so these are kind of a mental boundaries author discuss about to have, or we usually should have. Okay. So now you understand emotional boundaries, you understand. Then intellectual boundaries is author talks about the thoughts and beliefs about anything. It may not touch your emotion, but intellectual boundaries are whatever you believe in. Okay. um, and sometimes probably your belief is your belief, so you want to keep it um, kind of isolated, or you want to keep your belief the way it is now. Your belief may not be correct as well sometimes. Okay. And that is the reason why, if you want to keep it intellectual boundaries, you can definitely need to have. But that is where there is a thin line between your intellectual boundaries, where exactly you draw the line. Because sometimes we want to change our or we should be open for to change our beliefs, because our beliefs may be self-limiting beliefs. Okay. And somebody else may change that belief for us. Okay. So that's the reason why sometimes and also at the same time, if you go to the other extent of when somebody tries to change your thoughts and beliefs, it may go in an adverse way as well. So that means that person wants to change your thoughts and beliefs to his or her own way. Okay. The way that person believes want to change, and that may not be positive as well. Okay. So that is where you have to draw a line about what exactly where exactly that boundary is. Okay. So you have to draw the line. And the next one is spiritual boundaries. These are the limits we set around our relationship with God. For example, we might refuse to let someone else dictate our religious beliefs, or we might set a limit on how much time we spend in prayers, or if you are doing your religious studies. Okay. Because again, if you see, spiritual boundaries, the author says, is extremely important. Okay. Somebody may even sometimes the society sometimes may, your peers, your kind of spiritual guru, maybe taking you for a ride, or maybe intruding in your spiritual space, because um, nobody has seen God. Okay, but let's be straight. Okay, nobody. So who is God? Okay, nobody knows. Well, sometimes you believe that, okay, we have a creator. Okay, you see, look at us, we say, okay, like living and breathing, we have a cardiovascular system, we have a nervous system, we have a a circulatory system. Wow, that's magnificent. So how this thing is working, okay, how the heart is beating. And you look at the creation around yourself, so the magnificent creation, and you feel like, wow, that means there has to be a creator. Okay, so when you see the creation, you think about a creator, but you don't know the shape and size and how does the creator look like. It's an energy for someone, it's a human being for someone, or it's a human being which is a messenger of that energy by someone. So all of us, nobody has seen the seen what we call God. So then we have our own belief. Okay, even when the spiritual guru says that, okay, you have to come to, let's say, a temple or church or mosque or any religious establishments, okay, for that matter. And I think all of us, okay, I have a connection with my own my creator. Okay, so is the other person having that connection with his or her own creator. Okay, and I believe that everyone's the creator is the same energy or same being, that's um, no two two different kind of a energy or beings created two different humans. Okay, so that is where you have to identify and see that and not allow somebody else to dictate the term in my life about my spiritual practice. Okay, and that's quite important. The author argues that healthy boundaries are essential for our emotional and spiritual health. When we have healthy boundaries, we are able to protect ourselves from being drained by others, and we are able to maintain our own sense of integrity and identity. Okay, so that means nobody else should be influencing and our life in such a way that we're just running around like headless chicken. Okay, without a purpose, your life without knowing what to do and why am I doing this, just a matter of somebody else intruding in my boundary. So the chapter discusses the benefits of setting boundaries. The author argues that boundaries can help us to protect our time and energy. That's extremely important, which is limited in supply. Okay, we are all in this world for a limited period of time. Okay, it is not indefinite, and the energy what we have and every single day, okay, is not unlimited. We can't be running around and doing so many other things without living our purpose of life or what exactly we want to accomplish. Maintain our sense of integrity and identity. Okay, that is uh, boundaries. Setting boundaries can definitely help us, that who I am, okay, my identity is maintained when you set boundaries. And set limits on what are we willing to do for others. Okay, so that means when we are what we are willing to do for others, that is doing things for others, is extremely important. It is fulfilling it, you like it. However, it should not go to an other extent. So that is where it talks about the boundary. So that means you have to set yourself a boundary as to, okay, enough is enough. So this is how much time I have and how much resources I have to do things for others. So then you have to say that, okay, no, this is not possible. So this is this will be stretching me beyond the boundaries. Okay, and say no without feeling guilty. So that is what the book is all about, that you have to learn how to say no. Okay, and you should not be guilty about it. Oh, I said no, now I'm feeling guilty. No. Okay, you have to be strong. And the last thing is develop healthy relationship. Okay, so the boundaries, what it does, it develops helps you to develop healthy relationships. Sometimes when somebody intrudes into your own boundaries, so that person is influencing your life. Okay. And again, if it's in a positive way, yeah, that's really good. That is helping you in your progression in with your own goals and dreams. But this book is all about drawing that line. That's nobody you are aligned. You know that I know how when somebody is intruding in, and then you are, when you set your boundaries, then often the relationship with others, they respect your boundaries and you respect others' boundaries as well. It's not that the book is telling about you, all other people entering into your boundary. You have to as well, or I as a person, we all have to respect other people's boundary as well. Okay. And giving them the space, um, all the spaces, okay, physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual, all the spaces for them to grow. All right. So with that, we are done now. We will continue with our book, The Boundaries, tomorrow again, and hope to see you soon, guys. Well. So now we will do our self talk. Okay, let's get started with our self talk. So just close your eyes. Okay. And so we'll do our self talk in our other club as well. After this, we do self talk for our network marketing club as well. So the Facebook group, so we'll do it separately. So we don't want to do it in this self development club, because this is more kind of a people for everyone it caters to. And if you haven't joined our self development club, the Facebook group link is there, so you can click on the link in the bio to join our club. All right. So let's get started. Close your eyes. Take your consciousness to different parts of your body. Starting from your feet. Okay. Now you speak it: health, wealth, and happiness, and you convey your gratitude, and then you speak your future into existence right now as if it has already happened, with power, with conviction, with feeling. And that is what is all about. All righty, let's get started. Now close your eyes and take your consciousness to your leg, to your torso, to your shoulders and the arms and the neck and your entire head and your entire body. Just make it relax. Make is release all the tension and pressure which has been built up on different parts of your body. And then we'll start with our self talk. Alrighty. So let's start with health. Just be grateful. So we'll do a gratitude talk. Okay. Now this has to be a real feeling. You are grateful for what the health you have, the physical and emotional and the mental ability, what the creator or God has given you. Okay. So now you speak it. So I am grateful for all the blessings in my life, for my creator blessing me such a wonderful body. I'm able to walk around. I'm so grateful. I am able to do my chores. I have both arms, two hands. I'm so grateful so that I can do my things myself, not dependent on others. I am so grateful for giving me the eyesight so that I can see the beautiful world around. I am grateful for my Almighty God for giving me the ability to listen to that bird chirping, to listen to others. I am so grateful for giving me the ability to walk, to run, to protect myself. I am so grateful for my Creator for giving me the ability to think, so that I have a sound mind. I have a, I have in the intellect. I can survive by myself. I can put food on the table. I'm able to do things, and I can help other people as I help myself. I can make my own living without depending on others. I'm so grateful. So now this feeling has to be real. And it is indeed, all the blessings. If you count, there are so many blessings we have in our life. Okay. Then we'll move on to what we want to accomplish. What do you want in your health? We'll, we all want a body full of energy, a mind having having innumerable ability, having an enormous potential, having that big vision. So let's talk about it. I feel wonderful. I feel just great. I feel that energy within flowing through my entire body. I see myself, all the body parts are getting younger and younger, getting healthier and healthier. And I am now in a perfect health. I can visualize, I can see myself with that perfect health, with tremendous energy flowing through my entire body, with all my bodily diseases disappearing in thin air, and I'm getting healthier. I'm getting healthiest. Perfect body, every part are filled with so much energy and getting younger and younger and energetic. I am feeling excited about my life. I'm feeling excited about my body. Now the mind. Now the mind. I have a mind with unlimited potential. I have big dreams. I can accomplish anything I want every single day and every single hour. My mental and physical faculties are developing, are growing faster and faster. Now we cover our health, both mental and physical. So we will move on to wealth. That is again the second pillar of everyone's life. Now, wealth is what you do to survive, to put food on the table, to have a roof over your head, your career. Now, you are grateful again to your Almighty God. So, that is extremely important, your gratefulness for whatever the God has blessed you with, the ability for you to work in your own business or work in your job, whatever you are doing. Okay, you have that ability. A lot of people do not consider them that they have the ability, or they may not have the ability at all. People without their sound mind, okay, in a lunatic asylum, probably they may not have that ability. You have that. You are thankful. Now we want to accomplish bigger and better things. That is what the human life is all about. What you are born with, and where you head towards, and you finish your life with. It has to be enhanced in every single day, in every single way. Okay, that has to be substantially be different in a positive way. As they say, that what you are born with is God's blessing to you, and what you do with that by the time you leave this world is your gift to God. So, every single day and every single way, our objective of life is to enhance, improve, and grow bigger and better every single day. Okay, so in that way, so we are focusing on our career, saying that, okay, I, if you have a job, just visualize yourself that you, the aspiration for you to accomplish a certain level, you already have it. You can see yourself, okay, I am accomplished. I accomplished my goal, the ultimate goal, whatever I wanted in my job, or that position what I wanted, the role as I wanted, the the role which gives me that uh, sense of fulfillment. Okay, for me to be my own best. So I'm really happy about it. I'm accomplished. And also the finances what I have, I'm really happy. Now your wealth also, your, not only your career, but also with that career, that income what you generate and how you utilize that to grow your wealth. So you can see yourself, I can see my wealth growing every single day. I can see myself going experiencing humongous success financially. Money keeps pouring in all different ways, and I am getting wealthier and wealthier every single day. Now let's move on to business. If you have a business, you can see and speak about it. Now my business is growing by leaps and bounds. I can see my turnover growing like crazy. I'm having a humongous growth in my business and every country all around the world. And then you can see yourself, experiencing that success, experiencing that wealth, experiencing that peace of mind, experiencing that, freedom. And then happiness comes from within. Happiness comes from relationship you have with yourself, with others. So I have a harmonious relationship with myself. I love myself, I respect myself, and I love and respect others. And I'm thankful for all the relationship God has given us. Thankful for blessing me with a wonderful family, blessing me with wonderful parents, blessing me with my wonderful kids, spouses, all your friends, relatives. So you are thankful. Okay. So with that, we are finishing now our self-talk and our visualization. So we will finish and continue with our club